Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 114 of the Foster Child Challenge. And if you are returning, welcome back. And I think in this part, I'm going to concentrate mostly on Micah, though I will work on everyone else too, as I usually do. We need him to get his empathy up. Everything else is fine, and I need him to finish 2 more books. And then we can age him up to a young adult and move him out. And then we could move in our Evie, since hopefully Clark will be ready soon too, and we can have a wedding with them. But let's concentrate. That's getting ahead of ourselves. Let's concentrate on Micah right now. So I think to start with, I'm gonna have him try and write a book, because we're all around. It's a good time to do it. So I'll see if he can resume writing this book. Sometimes there are issues with resuming books that have been started, which I have mentioned before, and it's causing some issues with this writing books with this. I usually find the best-selling author is actually a pretty easy aspiration to do. And did he go somewhere else? Oh, there's another blue laptop there. I was like, I didn't realize they were both blue. So let's hope he finishes this, and then we will, when he finishes it, then we'll send him out to do some volunteering to work on his empathy. So since we're doing that, I have Clark set up to do some jogging to clear mind and then playing with emotion on the guitar. He's already done everything he can do, I'm pretty sure, for his aspiration. Yes. Well, yeah, because he's completed 2, which is all, he didn't even really need to. I just was really wanting to make sure he had at least 2 positive character values. The 2 that I find most important, which is manners and responsibility, which he does have. But I figured I kind of like emotional control, and my general goal with my kids in my house is for them to have at least 3 positive character values. I've been mostly doing 5, but I find conflict resolution is kind of hard to do as a teen unless you get the appropriate pop-ups, or sometimes if you meet Sims in the world and you can help them mend their differences. I think if you're argue and do various things, I've tried that. I don't have a lot of luck with it personally. If you do, let me know down below, because then you can apologize. But I was having my Sims argue, and then they didn't get the chance to apologize, and it would various things, depending on which the mean or rude or mischievous interactions were. It would sometimes hit your empathy, it would hit your manners, it was all over the place. So, and even your conflict resolution. So I don't know that I would necessarily recommend it. And it looks like he has, let's have him come home. Because he's not playing, or did he? No, he's not playing, I don't think. Oh, he's playing. I don't know, maybe he did play and I just didn't see it. We'll send him home, and then when he gets home, I'm going to have him write in his journal, because I would really like him to get at least the emotional control to be positive. And since we're here, let's check in on Antonia. I don't think she needs to draw one more picture type. So let's see, was she doing that when I stopped last? That's Antonio, Saren, Diego, that's a long time ago, Saren, and Antonio, so a monster. So she's got her monster. So we'll put that in her inventory, and then we will have her draw a vehicle, because I'm assuming, because I normally do them alphabetically, depending on what the options are, that's the right one for her. So let's check in on Antonio. He's got all of his. So he needs to play his instrument right now. So let's have him go do that. And there are no children violins there, but there is one here. So he can come here and practice and work on that. We do have the whole weekend to get, let's see, I'll just do it here. He has to do his extra credit work, and we'll probably do another project like we usually do. So Lacey, so they're doing their thing. Clark, you got your thing that you're doing. You're still writing that book. You're playing with the dollhouse. Not very useful. And you're over here. Were you writing a book when we left off last time? We'll see whether we can get you to finish that. And of course, it's Love Day and it's almost over, but everybody's been successful, so I don't have to concentrate on that. And he got actually something in the mail from an enduring, but it's to Jasmine. So I'm going to actually put that in Jasmine's inventory, because I think he collected the mail and he's going to a different computer. I do find that they don't necessarily go to the computer they ask. I think if you sit them down on the chair and then tell them to use the respective computer, it'll work then. but not so much. And I was trying to do that because his books, apart from the one, are all bestsellers, and much as I did, he didn't do that book. So maybe that one's a glitchy book, and we'll try a different book. Right, and I have him in the freelance career. I just haven't really been doing very much with that. So that is the only one we have, and I'm not going to waste my time right now scrapping the book. I'm going to have him. So I have a lot of bestsellers for him other than the One Potions book, which was something he could write as a mixologist, and I don't want to actually sell that one. And while you can just publish bestsellers, I prefer to submit them to the Literary Digest, but he has so many, but it's not like they need money. So I'm just trying to pick one that maybe is like the higher level ones. It might be less likely for him to have a bestseller. I don't even have the trait that's supposed to give them a higher chance of having bestsellers, because in the past, I actually noticed, and this may not be the case, but because of this, I don't do it. I would notice that when I would buy this trait, the creative visionary, which is supposed to have a higher chance of painting and writing masterworks, that sometimes my chances, I actually noticed I would have less. So I don't tend to buy that trait because I don't like it from past experience with it. It may not be that way anymore, so you maybe have lots of luck with it. But I find I get enough masterpieces and bestsellers with making them marketable and having, you know, the one trait on the lot. So I don't really find it necessary personally, other than if anything, it causes problems. So she was working on her nerd brain aspiration because I had her go to space because we have our rocket ship, which of course is suffering from the current glitch where this is workable, but you see the dirt floor, even though it's been removed. There's like a glitch where you can see it. And, but luckily, because the ceiling and the floor were both removed, it's still working fine. And it's not an issue, but it doesn't look very aesthetically pleasing, I have to say. So let's check back in with Micah. He's still writing that book. It's taken him a really long time, I have to say. And you're not really doing anything very useful. So why don't you come over here? I don't think you're doing anything very useful. You're playing with emotion. Well, you don't really need to do that because you're already a young adult. So that's not necessary. So why don't you come here and parenting, encourage, completing school projects, which I don't remember you doing. And maybe I just don't remember it because, you know. And then parenting over here, it's moved on me. Encourage writing and journal so that we can, you know, particularly encourage the writing and journal because that will help her with her emotional control. I think his responsibility is such that it doesn't really matter. But maybe he had a hit to his responsibility, and so then I took it and had him do some more work to get that back up. See, is that moving? I think it is because I think it was lower down. I just have to say it's taking him a very long time to get this up. So how far? So you've got there, and that'll also help him further. So why don't you go? Let's check your needs. Why don't we rally the troops? You actually need some social. Where's Minnie? Where's our social? Where's our social kitty? We're gonna come here and offer friendship. That will help him with his social, unless she takes off on us. Minnie's afraid of a lot of things, as are all the animals in the game. See, one of the things I don't like about them is the fact that they're afraid of so many things. So let's see. This might help him with his social. I should get hopefully a pop-up if it comes properly. That was a little glitchy there with her jumping back and forth. Jasmine, I mean. And where did Minnie go? Okay. Are you going to talk to... Oh, no, you're talking to the cat. What's wrong? I guess we can ask what's wrong. Actually, since we're over here, and I just put him there just to check to make sure that he had done what he needed to, why don't we stick him on the animal aspiration? Since we're trying to talk to the cat. Now she doesn't need to calm down anymore, so we'll offer friendship again. Well, that's understandable. He wants to chat with Evie instead. So you should be finished that. We need to play instruments. And I used to have one here. Is that in Micah's inventory? No, but maybe I put it somewhere else. Let's just buy another one instead of me wasting time looking around. It's not like they have a shortage of money. And even I thought, well, maybe I'll take a quick look in their household inventory, which they have a lot of stuff. I don't feel like looking there. Though I could sort it. It would make it easier for me to look in there. So I'm going to go under kids and kids activities, and I'm going to buy a pink one because they've got pink and green in this room. Actually, the pink's probably going to not stand out very well. So we're going to have you come here and practice. It's because you need to play your instruments for 5 hours. And as you probably know, the reason I like them to do the violin in particular versus the piano is it's more portable unless you have the portable piano. But you don't have to worry about rain with the piano, unlike with the you don't have to worry about rain with the violin, unlike with the piano, because it helps them. So she actually needs to do her homework. It helps them with their emotional control. Once they get to level 4, you can play with emotion. So let's see. Are you done? Oh, what are you doing? Talk to plant. Okay. Oh, that's probably because you're social. Why don't you talk to the cat? Why don't you do friendly things? Oh, well, okay, you can go do what you want to do because, the cat's about to go to sleep. So let's check back in on Micah, who I said is really my focus, trying to be my focus, and he never finished that book. He was already at 3. So all that work, and he wrote and wrote and wrote and never got anywhere on it. Maybe it's time to get him on another book. Yeah, well, you don't need that computer. I don't even know why you... Okay, sit here. Let's try this. Let's sit there. And then let's see if we can get you to write. You know what? Just write another book. We're going to write a children's book. I don't want to waste any more time trying that. So he's friendly. Still not friends with Minnie, but Minnie is asleep. So we can't do anything about that. And you still need some more emotional control. So, and how is your social? It's better. Okay, why don't we just, I'm surprised that it didn't really get very far. We're going to share brilliant ideas. The hunger, when we did that rallying of the troops, didn't really boost it completely. And it wasn't that low down on him, so that's a little strange. And then we will ask about day. Talk about grilled cheese. Discuss local fishing spots. Speaking of which, we need to actually take them all out, is what we need to do. We need to take them to a gym. We need to take them to a hot spot. He needs to go probably to a park to go fishing, as do both of the kids. Where are they in terms of... They have enough points. Let's go in here for Antonia. Look for incredibly friendly, because that will help with the social aspiration. I'm assuming they still need to get it. Yeah, they do. Oh no, she's already got it, so I expect that he must have it too, if that's the case. Then they still have that. Maybe he doesn't have it, because he has a lot more points than she does. Yeah, she doesn't have it yet. He doesn't have it yet. So let's go in here and try and get it. For him, I was just surprised, because she had so many points that she still had enough to get it too. So we're going to get that. And he has a lot of points, so we're going to get observant, which will learn the traits of others when you meet them. It only works when you meet them. If you already know them, it doesn't work so well. I don't know whether she had that trait, and since she doesn't have that much, it's easier just to look there. I'm going to get her the same. I'm going to get her observant also. So there we go. So there they are ready. So they're working on that. He's at 4 or 5, so he's almost finished that. Very good. And then why don't you do your extra credit work when you're done with that? And you're just... Why don't you go actually and produce... What, is there a track there that's any good? Ah, no, it's poor. We don't want to release that. So we're going to come here and produce a new track to work on your fame. And since they both started books, I don't want to go do any traveling anyways with them. But this is really taking me a long time for Micah to get his books done, because he seems to have issues with finishing them. So Oh, Lacey did a masterpiece. So we're going to have him go jog to clear mind. We're going to check in on Lacey. She's all the way over here. Well, I'd rather her be dancing than playing music. Than making drinks, I should say. Did she? Where's that masterpiece? Oh, this must be it. There it is. Now, one thing I noticed in a different save is even though it says it doesn't give you the little thing beside it that it gives you fame for selling to art gallery and she has the ability to sell to art gallery because of her career. I had a sim in the painting career and I wasn't actually wanting them to get fame, but I had them sell to art gallery because I thought that they wouldn't get fame. But it gave me the notification that, she was on the road to fame and it had boosted her. But just, they don't need the money and I don't really care. And in her case, I want her to get the fame, so I'm not going to take a chance. But it may be that even though it doesn't tell you that, it still does give it to you. So I see Antonio is finished with his aspiration. So we're going to take him off of there. He doesn't have mental because he needs his A at school, so we can't do anything for that. He needs to play on a jungle gym while playful. Yes, that's okay. Why don't you, instead of doing that extra credit work, let's see what your hygiene is at. It's not actually that good. So why don't you come here and play in the bath and you're focused from your focus trait. So this may not help us, but we're going to try and see if it works. And how far off are you on this? You're only at 2 of 5, and we got the pop-up saying that he's a genius. Yeah, so he finished that. Now, Lacey. Maybe we should just actually have you, fix or upgrade. So you can observe the sky for that. And what can we get you to upgrade? More choices. Upgrade. We're going to do a heat sensor. Food should come out with higher quality. So we're going to do that because she needs to do 3. We'll just start with the 1 and leave her to do that. And it looks like someone needs to give some food to the cat because this looks kind of empty. He's busy. You're still doing the jogging. You're doing this that I asked you to do. So we're going to burn that track and hope that it's not poor. And we're going to release the track. It's outstanding. Good, good. I'm just kind of waiting for them to do their thing. Oh, did you finish that book? Let's see. Let's take a look on here. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to see whether... Resume writing. I think I got him to do another book. So he must have finished it. Even though I don't see him. Oh, there it is. So let's see whether we have another... see if we have an excellent book in here. So, excellent. Okay, so we're going to go have him do that. And you know what? He has some things in his inventory that may not all be his. Letters, I should say. So why don't we take a look at any that are his? Well, if any of them are his. Jasmine. 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 Oh, he doesn't seem to have any. Oh, they're all Jasmine's. Okay, well, we'll have to give them to Jasmine and check them out in Jasmine's inventory. They do get a moodlet if you read someone else's. It's quite funny. But, and he's in his bath. Taking his time. What's she doing here? Dancing. You don't need to dance, and you don't need to do that. And what level are you of your 3? You're almost 4. Once you hit 4, which I wasn't paying attention with Antonio, we can switch you over and have you play with emotion instead of just playing. That would be good. And how are you doing? How did that go? It's getting there. So is there anyone here around? Here, Jasmine, why don't you come here and encourage him? Oh, we can't. Did you not actually jog? Okay, well, we'll have you do some more writing is what we're going to do. You're going to write in your journal again. Just spamming, getting these things done. They might actually age up around the same time since it's taking me so long to get Micah to write this book. These books. He's got 2 books to do and he needs to have a shower. Okay, so did you finish that? Yeah, so my focus on Micah, I didn't really actually focus on him because I did, except for that. It was very passive because he kept doing that. I don't want her to cook. I want her to upgrade. So can we do another upgrade? Did you get that done? You did. We're going to do self-cleaning. And I have to say, I have upgraded these microwaves for this, like, this flavor enhancer, and why is that saying self-cleaning? Lock dirtiness. It doesn't even say, actually. That's interesting. It used to say that flavor enhancer, the food would be good. So I'm kind of thinking this is a bit of a glitch. That it's actually saying install a self-cleaning. And this says lock dirtiness. Very odd. And then the coated interior will stay clean. Will help it stay clean. So I think it stays clean longer. So, okay. Well, what I was going to say is I was pretty sure this used to say that it makes the food taste better or better quality, but I never noticed that it does. Which is why I don't like to use microwaves, because they only ever come out at most normal and not excellent, which isn't so good. It's okay if your Sims have maxed their cooking, because then they can max both regular cooking and gourmet cooking. They can, let me just have them go over here and work on this. They can garnish the food and make it better quality, one level better. So he's going to come here and play a little bit. You're writing. So Jasmine, you're going to be my one to come over here and encourage him, because this helps him, further helps him with his emotional control. If you encourage anything that helps with a particular thing, then encouraging that will help it further. So he is hungry. So why don't we come here and rally the troops? It would be really nice. Oh, look, she finished her aspiration, and I didn't notice if she got to level 4. And she got to 4 around the similar time. So you're going to come here, and you're going to also play in the path. Because now that you've completed that aspiration, we're done. And we can't do anything with mental. So let's look at motor there. So because you need to play on a jungle gym while playful. Also, so let's check. Has he finished? Did he finish his book? Yes, he got his 4th book. So we managed to get a whole progress of 1 more book. No volunteering on, so no progress on his empathy. That's not very good, I have to say. So I might just, I don't know. It's kind of annoying that it's taking so long compared to what it used to, what I remember it taking in the past. So let's see. Let's quickly check in on Clark's and see where his emotional... It's getting there. It's really close. So that's a good thing. But we're going to leave this part here. Thanks very much for watching. And we'll see you next time. Bye. This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much.